Hello and welcome to the Elite Rugby Banter Grand Finals of the Mitre 10 Cup between these two fantastic sides, Otago and Canterbury, heading over to DHL Newlands, one last swan song for the Grand Old Lady in Cape Town. It's been a great season for both of these teams. Otago, of course, unbeaten, 5 out of 5, but not scoring any bonus points in the season. Canterbury only dropping one match against Otago, picking up a bonus point in that game, I believe. But interestingly, both teams on 49 points difference. We look at Otago, Sam Kane leading from the front, but it's really Bowden Barrett who's been the standout. 35 points on the season, 820 kicking meters, 280 running meters, only one missed kick at the goals, and lots of star power, finishing power out wide. Ben Lam, Vince Arsaw, and of course fantastic midfield combination of Goodhue and Proctor. Canterbury looking quite similar in the backline in terms of blueprint. Aaron Cruden arguably the MVP of the league so far, 43 points in the season. Only also missed one kick at goal, but no missed tackles. And here he is, ready to get us off to what we hope will be a cracking start. Short kick, well, medium kick really. Actually, quite a long kick. Looks like it's taken up by Goodhue and immediately distributed to Vince Arsaw. And looks like Otago are going to try and run it out of their 22. Dangerous game to play against this Canterbury side, but let's see what they can do with the ball. First touch there by Dixon. They're going to maul it out of their 22, so the territory option is now gone for them, but that's a strong showing from their forwards. Tahuya Rangi looking to get it wide through Goodhue. Back to the hands of Arsaw, back inside, I believe, to one of the front rowers. It is coming out for Otago. They still go blindside. Arsaw's got a bit of space, but he's wrapped up nicely by Julian Savia. Otago retained possession, Tahuya Rangi. Well, that's actually Dane Coles, I think. But no problem for Otago now. Tahuya Rangi looking to go a little bit wider. First touch there for Alex Fidau. Gets it off to Goodhue. And a little bit of a break there for Ben Lam. Not going to use his power, instead looks for support. So incisive running from Otago. They made it past the 50, but Canterbury have turned this over, I think. Which means they'll get a chance to attack now in good position. Going wide, Maanonu stretching the defense. Julian Savia gets a great offload to number 7, Jerome Kano. He's almost isolated, but it looks like he's gotten away to Aaron Cruden. And, well, you have to think that that nails up the MVP of the season for Aaron Cruden. Looks like Otago just weren't able to switch from attack to defense there. And they were found very much wanting by the Christchurch side, who you have to think will be feeling quite at home here in Cape Town. A lot of fans in the crowd waving for Canterbury. Aaron Cruden, well, he's just had a fantastic return to New Zealand rugby, hasn't he? Maanonu had a bit of vision to go wide, but it was Julian Savia's soft hands, Jerome Kano's vision on the inside that set that try up for Canterbury. And, yeah, hands on heads for the Otago team. As I mentioned in the build-up, Aaron Cruden has not missed any kicks at goal. Fully expect that to continue here with a relatively easy attempt. And he has done so. Conditions at Newlands pretty good, which will favour both teams' running styles, I believe. Otago probably with the better pack, if we're honest, but doesn't help if they can't secure their own possession. Bowden Barrett, well, he hasn't touched the ball on attack yet, I don't think, which may have been a bit of a problem. Shorter kickoff for Otago, looking to retain possession but unable to do so. Canterbury wrap it up, secure their own ball, and Tuera Kubalo kick us off. Jerome Kano again there. Number 14 set it to Manivalo. They're opting to kick it this time down the throat of Solomon Alamalo. Hasn't had a particularly good year. He's going to try and spark a counter attack there with Vince Arsaw, popping it back on the inside. Alamalo again, I think, or was that Matt Proctor? So tackled into touch there, and we will see the first line-out throw for Safa Amur for Canterbury. Lock jumpers Romano and Fafita being challenged by Tui Pilato and Luatua from Otago. They go to the back, and it is secured. Good attacking position here once again. Maanonu going wide, wasting no time getting into Charles Pietau, bit of a star player for them.
Release.
They do secure possession. They've stretched the field but haven't made too much territory. They're looking for a bit of a line break. Jerome Kano has been very involved early on, but it's turned over by Otago at the breakdown. They look a bit stunned, not quite sure what to do with it. And Jack Goodhue, well, he looked like he thought about kicking it for a moment there. but he ended up taking it to ground and allowing the backline to reset. For one, Joe Moody getting it wide there to his partner Alex Vidal through Ben Lamb. Coming out now for Otago, a bit slow. Looks like Tui Pilati will have to play half back to Vito. Oof, good bump off there by Matt Proctor. I think it was on Aaron Cruden. That might have been his first missed tackle of the season. Now Bowden Barrett oddly decides to go for territory, but well, they weren't going anywhere on attack, so perhaps it's for the best. Julian Savia, he's hunted down by Otago. They have been pinned back towards their own 22, so maybe a good call by Bowden Barrett, but let's see what happens here. Nani returns fire with quite a cannon boot of his actually. They've pinned Otago all the way back in the 22. And, well, that's not a great clearing kick from Ben Lamb. He seems overly pleased with it, but for all we know, that's the best kick he's ever made. I don't think I've ever seen him kick. So it could be the best he's ever done. Another throw in here for Asafo Amua. He's 1 from 1 so far. Shorter line up this time. No problem there for the jumpers. Aaron Cruden taking the ball up to the defensive line. They seemed a bit surprised to see him, but does give a chance for Christchurch or Canterbury to reset. Julian Severe, well, did well to break the first tackle, but unable to stop his own momentum. Even he can't stop the bus, and ends up grinding to a halt and touch. First throw now for Dan Coles, not known for his line-out throwing. Isn't why he was selected, but he's going to have to do at least the bare fundamentals if he wants his team to be successful today. That looks skewed. Ref's not going to call it. Bowden Barrett immediately goes for the strategy move, but Aaron Cruden, well, he's not afraid to take them on. Nani with a pop inside. Canterbury have been very good about securing their own ball so far this game. Going to go to the left side. Nani on attack now. Hunted down by Patrick Tuipolatu. Good clash. There's still space on the left, but they're going to go right. Lots of numbers here. Looks like Charles Pietau is going to get a nice break. He's got the outside man, sent it to Marivalo. Gets it off, but he's pummeled into touch. So some really great signs there from Canterbury, showing much more intent on attack than Otago have been. But Otago perhaps finding their defensive form after that early try by Aaron Cruden. Can Dan Coles secure line-out at the front of the line-out, it seems? Yes, able to do so. Well, it's been 25 minutes and we've yet to see a proper attack from Otago, but here Victor Vito gets the ball wide, and it's in the hands of Matt Proctor. He's got a bit of space, but unable to find the support runner. Still at least a bit of a better showing than we've seen for the last 2 possessions from Otago. So some encouraging signs. Canterbury now with the throw in, Asafo Amua. Young gun back up to Dan Cole, so he'll have something to prove in this game. And so far doing an extremely good job with the lineouts. Getting it straight to Nani, back inside to Aaron Cruden. Still lots of weapons on the outside if they want to use them. A lot of players being sucked in from Otago. They've got a 4-on-3. Nani seems to be the first receiver in a lot of these attacking set phases. So it looked like Otago was maybe going to have a second shove at the ruck, but there's no turnover.
Release.
Canterbury continue with their possession. Jerome Kano again. Inside ball when it possibly could have gone out.
Release.
Jamie McIntosh gets a touch. Nanu again, getting it wide now. Lalala. Oh, knocked on there, I think, by Charles Pietau. Might have been set it to Marivalo. Sorry, Charles. And Otago will have possession here. Looks like they're going blindside. Dixon with soft hands to find Bowden Barrett. He's just come straight through the line, past all the defenders. That is highly embarrassing for Will Jordan. Julian Severe just didn't have the gas, and wow, Bowden Barrett. That is a fantastic individual effort from the All Black. And you have to credit Elliot Dixon, I think it was, who created the line break. But wow, that you won't see too many more individual tries like that in Rugby Challenge 3. Good tackle on Dixon, but Bowden Barrett just selling a massive dummy to Will Jordan and Julian Savia, and then just slicing them wide open. Well, that shows you why he was the first pick overall by Otago. Very versatile player with very high athleticism and the ability to make something out of nothing, as he's just done here. So looks like Otago finally getting into gear. Bowden Barrett, just the one missed kick of the season, has a bit of up and down form in terms of kicking, but will definitely want to convert this opportunity, and does so without any problem whatsoever. Drawing the teams even, 7-all, just over half an hour in the match. Newlands just warming up in the background. Aaron Cruden went deep last time. Seemed to have worked out for them. This time, similar approach, putting Otago back, and Goodhue again, the first receiver, Not known for his boot, but he has found a decent touch just on the halfway there. Probably the right move. Gets a congratulatory low five from Elliot Dixon. Elliot Dixon saying he probably would have gone a bit further if you'd given him the ball, but we'll never know. Safa Amur, solid in the line-out so far. Two great jumpers, Luke Kamado and Fafita. This one almost stolen, but secured by Canterbury. Aaron Cruden now starting to distribute wide. Early to Peter Gassoakula. He takes it up. I think with this backline, you want to see Canterbury spreading the ball a bit more often. And as you see there, Charles Pietau taking that advice, getting it to set it to Manivalo. He's not able to link up with anyone before being driven into touch. But Canterbury's strengths definitely in the backline with Julian Severe, Nanu, Pietau, Manivalu, all fantastic attacking weapons. Otago want to deny them that attack and opportunity with the secure of their own ball, which Dan Coles does do. Bit of interplay here, bit of a gap outside for Jack Goodhue, who he's found Vince Arso. Oh, fantastic offload there to Matt Proctor just before going out. They're able to keep this attack alive. They drive into the Canterbury half. Elliot Dixon there getting involved. A little interplay between the forwards. I think it's Tahuri Arangi who eventually gets tackled with possession, which means they don't have a halfback for this, but they're able to secure their own ball after a strong challenge by the Canterbury forwards. And it's going to be Sam Kane who distributes. One more chance for an attack before half-time. They've gone blind, but there's no support there. Turned over now. And now it's a chance for Canterbury to get the advantage before half-time, but they haven't secured their own ball. So a bit of a tit-for-tat going on here. Bowden Barrett's not too interested in letting that go on for much longer, but he doesn't find touch, so the ball's still open. And that ball is going to find grass, and Otago need to decide if they're going to make something out of this. If not, they're just going to kick it out to touch. And they will do so. Perhaps Cowan's way out, but they looked a bit frenetic there towards the end of the first half, so I don't blame them for wanting to go into the shed and just settle things down a bit. You have to say, it felt like Canterbury were the better attacking team, but only 41 possession, which doesn't feel like what we witnessed. 62% territory though, and that just speaks to Otago's willingness to hold on to the ball in their own half. That said, 8 kicks to 6, 34 tackles to 39, and 4 line breaks, including that fantastic slicing run from Bowden Barrett, courtesy of the Elliot Dixon offload. That man there, probably the standout in the first half for his try, but having done not much else, if you ask me. And it looks like Otago are going to contest possession with a deep kick. Victor coming up very quickly on Canterbury, but not enough numbers to the breakdown. They're going to go blindside and kick it away, I think. That's Aaron Cruden. Well, he hasn't found touch with that. It doesn't look like he was even trying to. So Vince also has a chance to counter-attack. They're linking up with Patrick Tuipuladu. Looked like he was tackled out there, but perhaps not. Ball comes out favourably. Thank you, Rugby Challenge 3. And they're just going to look to consolidate here, get the backline shape up. That's Patrick Tuipuladu. Bowden Barrett almost found a bit of a half gap there, but shut down very quickly. Victor Vito now in the half-back position. Canterbury flooding that breakdown. Ooh, that's a tight one, but just secured at the last gasp by Otago. And now they, missed pass, but Joe really cleans it up. Not quite sure who that is, to be honest. Might have been Sam Kane, now Victor Vito. Well, we've seen more of him at number 9 than we have at number 8. Space on the outside, Victor Vito again. Well, he's setting out to prove me wrong, but he does get taken down by Julian Xavier. There's still numbers on the blind side if they want to use him. Tohu Rangi tried to snipe, shut down by Christchurch, or Canterbury, sorry. And looks like Matt Proctor almost kicked there, but trying to draw defenders for the offload. Here we see the power from Otago's forwards, but unless they're able to make something out of this, it's not going to come for too much. Vince Arso sets off now. A little pop on the inside. Dixon again. Goodhue. Now they've got some numbers. It's an odd time to kick, but it is quite a good kick. Putting Will Jordan back. He's able to get the offload. That's a huge tackle. That did not look legal to me. And it is going to be a yellow card for Jack Goodhue. Not his first offence this season, I believe. I think that's Jack Goodhue. Yep, Jack Goodhue. Well, without the mullet, it's a bit hard to tell. And, well, this is a perfect time now for Canterbury to strike. 49 minutes down, 10 minutes in the bin for Jack Goodhue. And with their advantage in the back line, you have to feel like they're going to be able to find a gap, especially with this attacking lineup that Aaron Cruden set up for them. And worrying ill discipline there from Otago, but Safa Amur now rests on his young shoulders to get the game going again in his team's favour. Unable to do so. Great steal there by Stephen Luatua. The first steal of the lineouts with both hookers performing, I would say, above their level. And again, a fantastic forward push there from Otago, which is what they're going to need with the backline player off field. Great hands there by Bowden Barrett to smuggle the ball, keep it alive. Joe Moody in at halfback. Bowden Barrett kicking again. Trying to find touch. This one might have gone a tad far, but it's cleaned up there by Julian Savia. Will Jordan unable to get... oh, it's been turned over, and that's Patrick Tuipolatu. Well, he's done a nasty bit of business there on Canterbury. They weren't able to clear from their try line, and their forwards were a bit slow in getting back. Patrick Tuipolatu, the first man on the scene, able to turn over and jaunt across the try line in the same movement. Let's see how it went down. So good tackle by Dan Coles, and straight away Patrick Tuipolatu. I'm not convinced he showed daylight there, but that is a decisive moment for Otago, scoring with a man down. And you have to feel like it's a tactical masterclass there by Bowden Barrett. Will Jordan found wanting, but you really can't fault him. He could have given away a penalty by holding on, I suppose, but you have to wonder why his forwards were so slow to react to that kick from Bowden Barrett. The second time we've seen Barrett kicking in that position, so they really ought to be expecting it. And perhaps a sign of a bit of slow back three in the form of Mason Kano and Soakula. Bowden Barrett makes no mistake with the conversion. This one from the other side takes his tally up to 9 in the game. Sorry, slow maths. And just like that, 5 minutes left on the yellow card, I think. 7-point lead for Otago. Aaron Cruden with a chance to get this game going, and I think they would be better served going short here with the man in the bench. They've gone medium length, haven't really challenged for position, and the clock winding down, you feel like that might be a tactical error. Blindside now, Otago kicking again, so clearly desperate to play the game in Canterbury's half. Will Jordan on the spot this time, gets a interplay going. Aaron Cruden, I think, or Tuera Kerbalo, it is, tackled into touch. So this kicking game from Otago, not I think what most people wanted to see from them, but definitely seems to be working in their favour. And Dan Coles now with the chance to secure possession. Canterbury half does so through Luatua. And let's see what the Otago backline can do without Jack Goodhue. Well, Victor Vito filling it at centre. Found a great line, I think, for Bowden Barrett, but his acceleration just cut off by the tackle. Joe Moody at scrum half now. Big tackle there by Maanonu. But ball secured from Otago. They do take it up. Quick on the spot from the Mano, I think it was, tackle the half back. And the clock winding down. I think the next stoppage of play we should see Jack Goodhue returning to the field. Bowden Barrett seems keenly aware of that. Kicks straight into touch. Well, not straight into touch, but doesn't hesitate. Tahuri Rangi supports that decision. Reckons he'll buy Bowden a beer after the game. Jack Goodhue unapologetically returns to the field. Did not seem to hurt his team too much as they kept the ball amongst their forwards into the boot. But Safa Amur now with a chance to get Canterbury back in this game with just under 20 minutes remaining. Anything's possible. Another steal from Stephen Luatua. That is going to be a big turning point, you have to think. Goes out wide to Ben Lamb. Oh, here it's with Ben Lamb.
Release.
Matt Proctor beforehand. And just pushing into the 22. Sam Kane there. Victor Vito. Great in play to Tahuri Rangi. Gets it out to one of the forwards. I think it was Alex Fido. And dodgy pass there, but play on. Tahuri Rangi now going to blindside through Patrick Tuipolatu, I think. Finding a bit of space here. Victor Vito. Well, they're going to be able to stop him over the line. Victor Vito with a fantastic try. That's his first of the game. Patrick Tuipolatu, of course, with the second one. And this is looking like a runaway score. Liam Messim bringing the boys in behind the try line to try and do a bit of post-mortem on that. Sam Kane, fantastic hands. And Victor Vito, well, he just got through 3 or 4 tackles there. Well, 2 direct tackles, but a couple of other guys just ran straight past him. They just wanted nothing to do with it. And that's all about the forwards. Tuipolatu, Sam Kane, Victor Vito. Yeah, Jerome Kano, while slipping off the tackle there, that's really bad. And Canterbury backline just not able to stop the runaway train that is Victor Vito. Bowden Barrett, can he continue his top kicking form? Wouldn't expect him to miss this one. Easiest one he's had so far. Makes no mistake. See the big screens working at Newlands. This game must be about 5 years old. 21-7 to Otago. Canterbury somewhat fading in this game. But 14 minutes left. Certainly enough time for them to come back into it. But the name of the game for Canterbury has to be possession. They've given away 2 crucial line-out throws. they're letting Bowden Barrett's boot run the game for them, and they're not contesting their own kickoffs, which is a huge problem at this stage of the game. And as you can see, Otago forwards just wrapping it up. Wouldn't be surprised to see another kick from Otago here, but they're going to try and run it first, just to wind down the clock perhaps. Tahuri Rangi getting it back to Vito. Well, he must be feeling unstoppable after that try. We can drive there from the Otago forwards. It is coming out for the back line, and now they'll pick it, having chewed up a valuable couple of minutes there. Just into the Canterbury half. Matt Proctor, I think that is. Fantastic beard. He's the man, look at him, chuffed. And Safar Moore opting now for a shorter line out, hoping that they'll be able to secure it with the front ball. But with the short line out, there's obviously no mystery about where it's going. And where it's going is straight to the hands of Patrick Tuipoladu. So another chance to attack. Jack Goodhue getting it wide. Matt Proctor smuggling it out to Ben Lamb. Can he blam his way through anyone? Will Jordan make some ends, perhaps? Try saving tackle there. Lamb not able to get his steam up. Another fantastic offload. Bowden Barrett, well, he's just snuck around the ruck. They didn't see him coming. Will Jordan was caught up in that in the previous ruck, and there was just no one on hand to stop Bowden Barrett, who has to now be the man of the match for this grand final, the Mitre 10 Cup. But look at the awareness from Tahuri Rangi. He saw his halfback partner coming around, sneaking around the blind side. There was no one there. Bowden Barrett, well, it's like a dog with a bone when he sees that blind side gap, isn't he? And again, you have to credit the Otago forwards for just flooding these breakdowns. Really just securing front foot ball for the team. It took a while to get started, you'll remember, in the first 20 minutes, but since that first try from Bowden Barrett, it's just been all guns blazing. This is his toughest kick of the game so far. And he does put it wide, fortunately, so a lone blemish. Probably the first mistake he's made today. Doesn't look happy with himself, and well, you're a perfectionist. Even 26-7 lead in the grand final won't make you happy. Aaron Cruden, he needs to step up. He has been the star performer in the season, the regular season, but in this game, Bowden Barrett certainly the better player and has outclassed his opposite number. 74 minutes, clock ticking down. Otago on their own 22, but as we've seen before, they're not afraid to soak up the clock a little and then put the pressure back on with boot. And Patrick Tuipoladu, well, they're going to run it out of their 22. They found a fantastic gap there. I'm not sure who that is, but Bowden Barrett now gets it wide to Vince Arcel. He's got a man with him, Matt Proctor. Fantastic interplay by the centre and the outside wing. Matt Proctor, he's just going to go all the way. And Canterbury are a broken team. Their defensive line is shattered. Their morale is rock bottom. And Aaron Cruden, well, he comes in for the team talk with Jerome Kano, but what is there to say at this point? Look at this interplay between Arcel and Proctor. Proctor got a lot of speed for a centre. Many say he's the best centre in the world. Being chased by Tawera Kumbalo, a few other of the Canterbury forwards, they were just never going to catch him. I think that's Nipola Lala, who was hot on his heels. Number 3 there. Well, that is very much a mismatch on attack there. And Otago, fantastic break to get out of their own 22. And just running downhill from there, it looked like. Matt Proctor having a hell of a game. Bowden Barrett, well, he wasn't happy with his last attempt. This one, perhaps just as hard, if not harder, and he does put it away to the left this time. So, being shown up a little by the kicks from the tram lines, but of course, the score 31-7, just a few minutes to go. It won't matter one bit. Just under 3 minutes, and jeepers, the Otago team have really run away with this in the last 5 to 10, haven't they? Canterbury, good early points, but just nothing on attack since then. I'm looking forward to seeing what their possession stats have been. Can't imagine it's been more than 30.
Release.
Otago once again with possession.
Advantage.
Now they knock it on, so a chance for Canterbury to make something out of this and leave with their heads held high at least, if nothing else. And for some reason the advantage is over there. Might have been a turnover at the ruck. Don't know if we're going to see this scrum, or if the ref will call time. While Nani went in there. We will see the last set piece. Is this the first scrum of the game? I think this might be the first scrum of the game. Point of strength, I would say, for Otago, but it is Canterbury who get the first shove on and secure their own ball. I think their fans will want to see something out of them, just a little bit of fight, something to give them courage ahead of next season. You don't want to go down this badly in the grand final. not with the record they had. They are able to secure possession, and I think they have to go wide, looking like a very short defensive line by Otago. If they can get the ball out to Senator Manivalo and Charles Pietau, anything's possible. But as you can see, Otago are not having any of it. They turn the ball over. Jack Goodhue, I think he wanted to kick it out, but he's knocked it on instead. It won't matter. Secured by, ball picked up once again by Otago, and I don't know what Jack Goodhue's complaining about. He had a pretty horrific game between the knock-on and his yellow card. But that'll be the final whistle. So there it is, Bowden Barrett celebrating with Elliot Dixon, Victor Vito. All three of them having fantastic games. Major part played in all the tries. Jack Goodhue, well, probably would have been better off without him. Vince Asaw, great performance on the right wing. And Otago were just so dominant today. Jerome Cano shrugging, wishing he'd stayed in France. He didn't need to come back for this. And Senator Manivalo saying, if you just got me the ball, something could have happened, boys. And you have to wonder if doesn't have a point there, because 5 tries to 1 tells the tale. 31 points to 7, a double for Bowden Barrett, man of the match, hands down. Matt Proctor, Victor Vito, Patrick Tupelodu like a thief in the night, getting over the line before the forwards could even get there. Aaron Cruden, well, the only man to put his hand up for Canterbury, it felt like, particularly in the first half. And there you have it, 23% for Ants Canterbury. You're just never going to win with that kind of a stat. 18 kicks from Otago, so it just goes to show the old adage about kicking for territory. 9 line breaks for Otago as well, so they knew when to kick, they knew when to run. You have to feel like decision making was the real winner. And there you have it. The Elite Rugby Banter Mitre 10 Cup 2015 winners, Small Alex's Otago. Bit of a runaway score at the end there. But thank you very much for joining us at DHL Newlands for what I think was a particularly exciting grand final. The last match in our Mitre 10 Cup series, and brings to an end our 3-week phenomenon of Curry Cup, NRC and Mitre 10 Cup domestic tournament. What comes next? Well, you're going to have to wait and see. So stay tuned to the channel, if indeed you are tuned to the channel in the first place. And thank you for being with us. Keep well, stay safe, and goodbye.